This week's Batavia Daily News Athlete of the Week is Oakfield-Alabama senior Brayden Smith. In a win over Holly last weekend, Smith threw a no-hitter with 13 strikeouts and a 5-inning mercy-ruled shortened game. Smith didn't walk a batter, and just one Holly batter reached safely on an error. In the game, Smith was also 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, 4 runs scored, and 3 runs batted in. Smith was on base all 6 times. He was up as he also walked once and was hit by 2 pitches. Smith had helped Oakfield-Alabama to a 7-0 start heading into that week. Let's go now to our Athlete of the Week, Brayden Smith, brought to you by Ankle and Foot Centers of Western New York. That's Ankle and Foot Centers of Western New York. Mark Tillery of the Batavia Daily News, and I'm here with our Athlete of the Week. And that's senior baseball standout, Brayden Smith of Oakfield-Alabama. Brayden, congratulations on being awarded our Athlete of the Week honors, and welcome to the segment.
Thank you.
It looks like you guys are off to a great start. I mean, most recently losing the tough one to Notre Dame on Monday, but 7-1 heading into this week. Congrats on that success so far, and some big contributions coming from you this season, and we'll talk about that in just a few. So if you're familiar with the show, we're going to ask you a few questions and do a quick Q&A. Just let me know when you're ready.
I'm good to go whenever.
All right, so opener, who is your favorite all-time athlete, and how do they influence you to do what you do today?
I would probably say probably Michael Jordan, just for his hard work and everything that he had to do to get to where he was, and he never let anyone stand in his way, no matter what the goal was. He was always trying to get to it and never stopped.
So I love to hear that, man. Jordan's my era, so I grew up on Michael Jordan, big fan. I love UNC. I grew up in North Carolina. But yeah, that's 2 athletes this season. You guys have chosen Michael Jordan. That's awesome. And he's still influential to this day, always will be. Now, where would you say your love for sports came from, and what is your favorite sport? I'm going to guess it's baseball, but let's see where you go with this one.
I'd have to say probably my favorite sport is probably football.
Really?
But baseball is definitely a second on that. Golf's probably my third, but yeah.
Favorite sport is football, but you're definitely excelling in baseball right now. Like I said, we're going to get those stats in just a second. What has it meant to play sports at Oakfield-Alabama?
Our community is huge. They're always behind us, and our coaches are great, and they always make us love the game. And we have a great group of kids that I'm with, and we're all best friends. We hang out outside of sports, outside of practice. We're always with each other. So we have a great connection, and I think we all love being together, and it just makes it fun.
We're going to talk about your stats a little bit here, and we're going to talk about the win over Holly last weekend. You threw a no-hitter with 13 strikeouts, and you even mercied them in 5 innings. With no walks, even contributing with going 3 for 3 at the plate with 2 doubles, 4 runs scored, 3 batted in, not to mention getting on base 6 times. And they even threw the ball at you a couple times, man. Now, what would you say is your greatest athletic accomplishment to date?
Probably, I don't really have a favorite, but definitely all the sectional titles we've won. There's a lot of hard work that goes in behind the scenes. Our coaches, they get us in the weight room. They get us hitting, like for baseball, we're hitting before the season, 6 a.m. practices. And it's all the hard work that we put in. And that sectional titles that we get, they're an outcome of all that hard work. And it's all a great feeling to finally see it all come together. So it's probably my favorite.
That's awesome, man. Definitely championships there. Now with the accomplishments come memories are born from that. What would you say is your favorite athletic memory of all time? This could be back to being a kid. This could be even most recently in high school. Probably my first high school home run last year against Warsaw. I think it was the semifinals. I was hitting good all season, and in the practices before that I was hitting like 6 or 7 out per at bat, like in practice and stuff. And I knew it was going to come at some point, but finally seeing the first one go out, it sort of, I don't know, gave me that extra strength knowing I can do it. And it made me hit better. I feel like it gave me a lot of confidence. What are some of your goals? You're a senior. What are some of the goals you wish to accomplish in the future? Is there anything you want to break on this segment? Is there any college you've chosen so far, or anything that you're looking forward to doing in the future?
No, I actually haven't decided on a college. I'm probably going to go to college to get a business degree. My dad owns a construction business, so I want to go into something with that, but I want to get a business degree first and get everything set straight. But yeah, I'm going to finish the baseball season and golf season and see how that goes, then make my decision.
Who are some of your favorite teammates to play with, regardless of the sport?
I I'd say probably Bodie Hyde's definitely my favorite to play with. We've been friends since we were like 1 or 2. We've always been together, and we played sports growing up together forever. So like we just have that connection with each other throughout football, throughout baseball. We played baseball. We played for Athletes Edge and stuff over the summer, and we always play together. And we've always been together. And everyone else on the team, I'm close friends with them, and I love playing with every single one of them. They're all my favorites.
That's awesome. And I say this because way back when you didn't have the Athletes Edge out there, you didn't have, different programs that were just outside of school. And the fact that you guys have that and can come together and work together and all of these teams come together, I think that's awesome, man. So shouts out to Athletes Edge for that, for sure. It's definitely producing a lot of great athletes around here, not to mention helping your guys' schools get even better against the competition outside this area. So that's awesome to hear, man. So that being said, you play multiple sports. What coaches have had the biggest impact on your athletic career?
I would say probably the one coach that I love to talk about is Coach Tyler Winter. He was my football coach this year. He has so much enthusiasm and coaches with so much strength and so much want for the sport. He loves it, and he just wants us to be great. And he pushes us to be the best, and that's what we did in football. We were in the weight room every morning, even though it wasn't our favorite thing to do, come in at 6 a.m. and lift. We all got there because he wanted us to be there, and he would bring us donuts, and he would do whatever it took to get there and make us want to be the best we can be. And Coach Anderson is definitely right up there with him. He's done a lot for us. Everything that we asked for, he's always done for us.
Awesome. Now a bonus question we just added a couple weeks back, and this is a fun one for me, man, because it lets you can either pick a teammate, pick an opponent that you faced alongside. Now, who would you nominate for your athlete of the week? If you had to choose somebody right now and say they should be in that seat for honors for athlete of the week, who would be your standout player?
I haven't really been watching outside our team, but on our team, I mean, Colton Yassis has been playing great baseball. He's had a little struggle at the plate, but I know he's going to pick it up here in a minute, and he's going to start playing his best baseball. We all are here. So probably Colton. Bodie's been playing really good too. He's starting to get it to all come together. So, I mean, I think in the next couple of weeks, you're going to see a lot of Oakfield boys putting up some good numbers.
Awesome, man. We're looking forward to it. Now, Brayden, I want to thank you for joining me on this segment, and congrats again on receiving our Athlete of the Week honors. Continue excelling in sports and academics, of course, and best of luck with the rest of your year. Is there anything you want to close with? Is there anything you want to talk about with upcoming with who opponents you're going to be facing, anything like that?
No, I think I'm set. I mean, we just got to keep playing our good baseball, play Oakfield baseball, and we'll be fine.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate your time, and like I said, best of luck and everything, and congrats again on being our Athlete of the Week.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.